It's, if you look at the images, durability, solid, sturdy, it's simple, there's nothing hiding, there are no product surprises that are going to throw my plan off. Simple and ordered is probably the best thing. And products that look like they've been lived in, that's the second time I've mentioned that in a future trend. So products that look like they have had a life will resonate and appeal to more and more people as we move through the next 3 to 5 years. That's its colour palette. There are some designs down upstairs, and one of the designers that showed me some product this morning asked me, sometimes carpet design is very complicated and complex. I can't find a way to make it minimalist. The easiest way to make a design, as the designers in the room will know, the easiest way to simplify a complicated design is to make it in one colour. Make it monochrome. And then the pattern kind of disappears. The complexity of the design disappears, but not so much that it isn't interesting, that it isn't captivating. So single colour on complicated designs for modern Stoics is a really good choice. So here are some samples. Here's what I mean. So from a modern Stoic, you remember these are people that want things in order, they want to control, they want it planned. Here is what could be a complicated pattern that makes your head hurt when you look at it. But because it's only in one colour, immediately that now looks like a very ordered pattern, not complicated at all. We can connect the circles, we can connect the oblongs. It simplifies it really quickly and really easily, and that will appeal to these people. And of course, stripes, ordered, we know what's happening, we know what we've got, modern Stoicism in a design. Here, well, I've already said about these. The reason I've got this picture on, when I say I've already said about these, this is just faded. It looks like it's had a life, it's monochrome, it's a complex pattern. Here, I've put this piece of furniture in because the upholstery has something that's been carved. And I don't know if that's possible in the carpet manufacturing that we have here, but if it is, it's certainly something we should consider. It started to happen in carpet maybe 10 years ago. We would find patterns carved out of a higher pile, but then it kind of stopped. That's just because it was badly timed. Getting trends right is about getting the timing right. So carpets that have carving in them, launched around mid-24, will have good customer appeal on a global basis for the following 5 years. And as we can see here, that type of carving creates a pattern from almost nothing, and for these people, it's ordered. I understand what's going on in front of my eyes. Now then, when I was here in 2019, and I was privileged to go and look at the design competition at that time, I took lots of photographs of the rugs, as I've done today, and I went back through those photographs, 2019. Now, in 2019, I can remember saying to a manufacturer, I don't know who that student is, but you need to find that student and see if you can buy the rights to that design. Well, if that manufacturer did not do that, because it's now in my presentation, the price just went up. So I'm now saying to you, this was in your 2019 design competition, and it couldn't be more on trend for 2024 modern Stoics onward. I think it's a young woman, so track her down, find her, get that design. Finally, new protagonists, and I know I'm taking a while, so I will go through this one fairly quickly. So, this is a group of consumers, and we're all going to be in this group at some time. You probably have all read or seen somewhere the world of people, particularly the under 35s, we want experiences. I'm not under 35, I said we, I didn't mean that. But the under 35s, we want experiences. We are now living in a world where people want to experience product. They don't just want to have the product, and that's what I was saying to you in terms of looking at still images. It doesn't cut it. You have to create the whole experience for me. And that's what this group is primarily about. And this is the group that's concerned the most with the environment. They want to reduce their impact on the environment. And I have to say, sometimes we need to face tough questions. So for this group of consumers who want to improve their impact on the earth, they ain't going to be buying carpet very soon, are they? We need to do something to encourage them along this. It might be wool, it might be, there's an Italian yarn called Econa, which is a yarn for carpet made out of recycled plastic. That's the type of thing these consumers are going to be looking for. That's the appearance. It's magical, it's unexpected, it's mystical, it's rich in colour. Oddly, the world of carpet across the world prefers and uses the most neutral colours. You love neutral colours, pale colours, because they don't offend anyone. Everyone can choose them and mix it with any colour of anything else. I think this is a wonderful trend for carpet, and this operates on one word called vastness. I don't know if I can explain this properly, but I think the designers in the room will get what I mean. So vastness, what do I mean? If you lay down on your back in your garden at midnight and you stare into space, and there's just no end to it, it's huge, and we don't understand what we're looking at because it's so big. But after a few minutes, it becomes mesmerizing. It transports us. We're almost up there floating in the sky. So for designers, think about the impact of vastness and all that can mean for designs. Like this one. It's almost as if the design never ends. You could walk down through here and we don't know where that goes, but it will just continue. And that sense of vastness helps us feel good. It helps us feel safe, it helps us relax, and it makes us feel happy. And if you don't believe me, midnight tonight, go lay on your back in the garden somewhere and stare at that dark sky. Not from in the middle of the city, because the lights of the lampposts destroy it. But vastness is really, really important, and it's where well-being moves to. So the world of architecture and workplace and hotels, who have been using all of those neutral colours to be associated with feeling well, that's the colour palette that it moves to. So from 2024, 2025, you will find the world associating the subject of feeling well and wellness with a much richer, darker colour palette, representing, just waiting for the photograph, right? I'm just going to move back. Representing this vastness, use that colour palette to give you those images. Here's what it might look in carpet. Here, an extra long, multicoloured pile. I'm not a product designer, as you know, not a carpet expert, but if you can do that, you couldn't even make enough of it, if you can do that. This type of design connects us to nature. Some of us might think we're looking at a rough sea. Some of us think we're looking at clouds. Some of us think we're looking at stuff blowing in the wind, but it's a direct connection to nature. Again, here, you've seen those. I want to get to another one which is excellent. So here is a photograph taken by a photographer that was laying down, looking up through those trees. If you forget that that's looking up through trees, isn't that a magical pattern? Isn't that just a stunning design that you could sit and stare at for a long time. And that could be repeated on an area carpet quite easily. This is a design. The reason we've put this up here is to show how in those carpets that are designed to look like they've had a life and look a bit old, they don't have to have all the colour washed out of them. We can still have bold, rich colour that then looks as if it's faded. To some people, of course, they don't know what I'm talking about because they can just see the sea. But these are the types of patterns and designs that these people desire very strongly because they're a literal connection with the outdoors and nature and the environment that they're keen to protect. And then that 2019 design competition, I looked through the photographs and I found 2 more designs that if you can track these individuals down, somebody needs to go and buy these designs and make them quick before one of your competitors does, because they are very, very appealing designs from a trend forecaster's viewpoint for volume sales 2024, 2025 onward. This one obviously connects us directly with flowers and plantation, and this one connects us with space, maybe. Maybe that's what we're looking at. So we're back to the subject of vastness, and it isn't in a rich colour, but it looks really good. It's very, very appealing. Almost 3D in how it looks. Go past that to this bit. Did you know that if an individual human being gives you 40 minutes of their life, they are never going to get that 40 minutes back? And so the fact that you gave me as a gift 40 minutes of your life is a real privilege for which I thank you very much indeed.